In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to calculate standard deviation in Excel. To get started, open Microsoft Excel and prepare a blank worksheet. In this example, we'll work with a simple set of sales figures so you can clearly see how the calculation works in practice. Before entering the formula, it helps to understand what standard deviation actually means. Standard deviation is a way to measure how spread out your numbers are compared to the average or mean. If the standard deviation is low, that means the values are clustered fairly close to the average. If the standard deviation is high, that means the values are more spread out and there is greater variation in the data. This is especially useful when you want to understand consistency in things like sales, test scores, measurements, or performance results. For this example, enter the sales values into your worksheet as follows: 100, 120, 150, 180, 170, and 160. Place these numbers in cells A2 through A7. Keeping your data in a single clean range like this makes it easier to use formulas accurately and avoid mistakes. Now we'll use the recommended method, which is the STDEV.S function. This function is best when your data represents a sample of a larger population. In other words, if the values you're analyzing are only part of a bigger set of possible data, STDEV.S is usually the right choice. Once your numbers are entered, click the cell where you want the result to appear. This can be any empty cell on the worksheet. After selecting that cell, type the formula equals STDEV.S, open parenthesis, A2:A7, close parenthesis. The full formula should look like this: equals STDEV.S, open parenthesis, A2:A7, close parenthesis. Then press Enter. Excel will immediately calculate the sample standard deviation for the values in A2 through A7. The result tells you how much the sales numbers vary from their average. A smaller result would mean the sales figures are relatively consistent, while a larger result would mean they fluctuate more. One helpful tip is to double-check that all of your selected cells contain only numeric values. If there are blanks, labels, or text mixed into the range, your results may not reflect the data the way you expect. It's also a good habit to confirm that you've selected the correct range before pressing Enter. And that's how to calculate standard deviation in Excel using STDEV.S. Once you understand this function, you can quickly analyze variation in many different types of data.